right, listen. I gave you the layup yesterday with the Ameren, right? I even told you I was going to hold it overnight. But what do? You ignored it, right? The one thing I've learned after 22 years of doing this is that the stock knows more than we know. And I know from the shorting side that this stock has been such a disappointment every time it's tried to break out that the shorts probably would assume that it was going to go down again. So if it didn't go down, it would go up twice as hard because the shorters would have to cover now, and the long encouragement, the emboldened long guys would now be really enthusiastic about this. Plus, it's a shortened day, and bang, boom. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about my nipples on TV. I'm going to be in San Diego now. My world tour is still in play. I'm this much closer. Sorry, I'm this close to CNBC right now, possibly even Fox News. Getting out there because, again, you spew this stuff a long enough period of time and you get it right. Finally, it seems like people are starting to notice, and they're getting past the foul-mouthed psychotic videos that I did as a youngster. I mean, we could bring it there, but what's the point? Let's make money, and we'll be crazy in private like most people. But right now, what I want to talk about is MLNT. This is a stock that I call self-legitimizing pump and dump. All right? Just like Ameren had to prove to me that it was worth trading today. They gapped it down. It went green, broke yesterday's high, and we were off to the races. But I'm talking about MLNT. All right? If you read the latest headline, right? It was a negative headline, right? They're running out of money. They're not going to be able to take money out on the loan. They're running out of the drug doesn't work. Whatever the story was. The word catastrophe, I think, was in the headline. No, sorry. One of the key words, and these are buzzwords that often work. Plunge, disappointing. Whenever you get those negative words, those send ripples through the algorithms. The algorithms glom onto that, and they take the stock down. But then, because the market never goes down, that does help some of these situations. But then you got a stock like MLNT, which out of nowhere, not only doesn't go down, but it goes green and starts breaking out of 3-month high, 6-month high, 9-month high, 1-year high. And now we're at a lifetime VWAP break. I'm talking about I'm looking at a 10-year VWAP, I believe, on MLNT right now. Let's call it a 20-year VWAP. And you know what price it is? $8. And it just broke 8, and you're still getting paid. So a lot of this stuff, again, some people don't realize how important VWAP is. They might not understand it. And in this market right now, there's only one thing to know. Shorting, excuse me, you're thinking about shorting? Yeah, get in the truck. Get in the truck. No more questions. If you even think about shorting, it has to be short-lived. Who's shorting stocks in a market that only goes up? I was reading some of the emails from like 2016, 2017 about all the people that were legging into their shorts. Same situation now. It's insane to try to get in the way of the market. I'm live. That's where I am. Hi. But here's my point. Listen, did I make $100,000 trading Ameren? No. Did I make $10,000 making money on MLNT? Nope, not at all. But what I do every morning is I find these gems and I explain to you why CGC was a buy today, MLNT was a buy today, and Ameren was a buy today. And the only trade that didn't work is we chased a little KPTI, got a little greedy, didn't sell it when it got over 9. And that was the only loss. And that one was just a momentum burst that we got greedy on. The other trades, MLNT, specifically 1-minute multi-day VWAP trade. Ameren, obviously 1-minute VWAP reversal trade. CGC, 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversal trade. Those are the trades that I talk about how they work 80 to 90% of the time. And now that earnings season's coming, by the way, CGC, oh my Lord, yes. What's the second rule of trading, Booby? There is no spoon is the first rule. And then second rule is what? Stick with the stock that makes you money, right? Come on. Go back to the Ameren. Go back to the CGC, right? Fantastic. All right, I'm making a video anyway. So all you can do, right, while I'm talking and trying to trade at the same time, which is why I don't trade too aggressively anymore. Very hard for me to be in an Ameren, an MLNT, trying to manage some of my swing trades that I have on again. It's impossible, legitimately. And I'm hiring people just to press buttons based on what I do with no risk to you. That's how confident I am in what I'm doing here. I'm giving people money. Here, all you got to do is press the buttons. All you got to do is press buttons. And I don't know if anybody's doing that out there. Again, you got to be qualified. You got to, learn what we're doing here, learn the software, know what we're talking about. And if you ever put a trade on without authorization, you're fired and you owe me money. But if you could just follow a few simple rules, just trade what I talk about, trade what I tell you to trade. Don't do any other trades on your own, because again, whatever you think you're about to do, it's not going to be better than one of my trades. So you're not allowed to trade anything else but these trades. If you do one of my trades that I've mentioned, fantastic. Even if I don't specifically say to do it, as long as it's something I've mentioned. But to the guy that went out there and went on his own with the 33 trades, I mean, that's never going to happen ever again, ever. But right now, we're in a market. Again, there you go, guys. You made it. New all-time highs. We're never going down. It's a tough market to want to trade too aggressively when it seems like all you got to do is buy the Dow Jones and it goes up every day, which is kind of true. But I still put out the challenge. Buy 5 stocks right now. I guarantee you 4 out of 5 will suck for about a week and a half and you'll want to take the loss, but the market will probably be up every day. That's where I say why I don't like to own stocks. Like here, like INSG, red, right? Funko, red today. Upwork, it's only up 4 cents. I got WeWork, down 50 cents. I got, what else do I got? No, Snap is up. So basically, when the market goes up every day, you expect your stocks to go up every day. And for some reason, they don't. So I'd rather be nimble. I'd rather come in looking for ideas every day. Give me an Ameren. I didn't have to hold Ameren overnight. Got into Ameren again this morning when it broke back over 22.37 and when it broke 22.50. And we got up to 23.50. That was our goal. I didn't have to hold CGC, overnight. Gap down on some bad news. Next thing you know, it's back over the VWAP, back over the multi-day, and then back over 40 and then going green. So really, it's the same trade every day, different symbol, but always going to be around the parameters that we love. And right now, the market never goes down. It never, ever goes down. And I think, and again, I don't want to get completely nuts, but I think we're tacking on 5,000 points into the end of the year because I've never been this bearish, the market. So I'm thinking we're going to go up at least 5,000 or 6,000 points. Now, again, that's counterintuitive, right? But this market is all about irrationality and being counterintuitive and just doing what the market's telling you. Right now, the market is telling me that I'm wrong to be bearish, even though I really am. But that counterintuitiveness, especially everybody who's saying there's a depression coming or a recession, right? We're already being warned about how the earnings are going to be so bad. And that is what the wall of worry looks like. If I was confident, 100% confident we were about to go up 5,000 more points, we probably wouldn't. But because I'm bearish and deep down inside, I think an imminent crash is about to happen, that's why we're not going to go down, because that is the wall of worry. I'm scared about Iran. I'm scared about North Korea. I'm scared about Trump. I'm scared about tweets. I'm scared about earnings reports. I'm scared that the market's at all-time highs and we haven't had a pullback. We had that one pullback, we trapped enough shorts again, and now here we are. Again, that's how the market feeds on itself. There's those moments of time where it looks like we're going to finally roll. We don't roll, and it traps the shorts who are always very late to cover. So they haven't even covered all their shorts yet. That's why I love Ameren. These idiots that still think that this thing's going to roll over. And again, I'm one of them. Anytime I say something derogatory, it's to myself first because I know how the shorts think. Okay. But I know now not to short. I'd rather be pissed off and long than short and wrong, because you're going to lose all your money shorting this market. You're going to lose every dime you've ever made doing anything, just like what Ameren's doing right now. The shorts thought they were onto something. The stock pulled back to 22.50 again, and now crushing their hopes and their dreams as the stock blasts off probably 28, 29 bucks, 30 bucks. And again, deep down inside, I've never wanted to short a stock more than Ameren, and that's why I'm buying it, because it's counterintuitive. Shorting is the dumbest thing you could possibly do. The dumbest thing you could possibly do. But knowing that what the stock just did probably convinced the shorts that they might have been onto something, now you know you got to be long because they're wrong again. So now that they got short again, just like the market, they have to start covering. But the shorts don't cover right away. They add to their position, hoping that they're going to catch a top finally, and it's going to roll over, and they're going to make their money. So when it doesn't roll over, they have to now cover twice as much. And that is why the market will never go down. Plus, you have the government keeping interest rates at these low, ridiculous prices. They're thinking about cutting interest rates, which is totally absurd. But I'm not an economist. On paper, I'm being told that the economy is strong. Interest rates should be going up right now, right? That's what I've learned, but that's completely wrong. And I'll just keep saying I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. What's right is short squeezes right now and owning stocks that have no reason to go up. CGC, right? Oh, the CEO got fired. Must be turmoil. Is it? Or is it a 3-point move off lows? MLNT, they're running out of money. Their drugs killing people, and kids are being born with 6 heads. Stocks up 25%. Why? Because the shorts thought all that news that reads bad was actually bad. It's all fake news. All of it. The stock knows. And look at this thing. 840. Broke 8. Guys, this MLNT, please. I mean, you got a lifetime VWAP break at 8. I mean, look at this thing. You're going to 10 today. This is a microcosm of everything that I've ever taught at any seminar. This is a glaring, this is a Picasso of everything I've been trying to talk about since 2012. Do not trade this market with any type of rational thought. You want to be irrational. You want to be completely just in the hands of the market. Bend to the will of the market. It knows more than any of us. So if this stock wants to rally on that headline, get involved. Get involved big, because the stock knows, and it's crushing shorts along the way. Just like Ameren on that pullback to 22.50, just like that MLNT breaking 798, getting through the lifetime VWAP at $8. There was nowhere for this stock to go. I mean, you're already hitting targets that we didn't think we would see for a month. I mean, we've been watching the stock for a while now, but you're almost to our first target. It's unbelievable. What was it? 885. It's absolutely incredible. And again, CGC, bad news. Broadcom, a couple of weeks ago. And I'm not going to throw my boy under the bus. Josh Brown, right? What did he say? This quarter's so bad that I can't even think about buying the dip on this one. Just like Kramer said on data, on MLNX, on hundreds of stocks. I remember data when they came out with some quarter and it was so bad. He's like, wow, this one makes me really have to reevaluate this company in general. This is so bad that I cannot even condone going near this thing. And that was at $36. The stock is at 109. Where did it get taken out? At 175. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything. The guy that's getting it right, let's give it up. My dad. In 2012, when I convinced him that the market's never going down, and I said, all you got to do is hang on to the Qs and the diamonds and a few of your favorite stocks, he bought into it. And he's still in. He's still in the Qs since 2010, some 2010, 2011. And when I was freaking out and saying the market was done in 2012, he was buying more because he bought into what I was laying out there. And then, of course, I became a champion of the market because I finally got convinced, you know what? I'm probably going to be right about this, and this market's only going to go straight up. And now we are right in that same area where you want to say this market is a 12 or 13-year bull market. I'll say this market is only up to 2 years old now. Sorry, this market is only 6 months old, 7 months old. You want to know why? Because we crashed October, November, and December of last year. That refreshed everything, right? And then we rallied, and then we sold off to major support, a major award. It's a major award. It's Fragile, must be Italian. It's a major award. By the way, Ameren, you're only 50 cents away from the highs of the day. Come on. What? You didn't buy the dip? The stock's going to 1,000. MLNT, you didn't buy this thing? Come on. 750 gets you $10. It's going to happen today. Market is open Friday all day, which is crazy. I don't think anyone's going to be around, but we probably will be up at least 6 to 7, maybe 8 more thousand points by the end of the year. Because now we're just going to go parabolic. I mean, you think you've seen some shit now? They're trying to perpetuate the new lie. They're trying to say that the earnings season is going to be bad. They're trying to say that there's a recession coming. What's the market telling you? Market's telling you we're going up. So if they keep perpetuating the lie and they keep building the wall of worry, the higher and higher and the higher and the higher and the higher we go, which now we can now lift off for the next 3 to 5 to maybe 7 more years of rallying, which legitimately gets us to easily Dow 45, 55. I have Dow 53,780 as a target within 7 years. And I don't even think that's far-fetched. So again, we're just, it's just unbelievable. And if they're going to keep rallying stocks like Malenta Therapeutics on bad news, why would you not think this market's going to go up another 10, 20, 30, 100% from here? And again, on the broken backs and the broken souls and the confused rational people, right? Rational thought does not play anymore. Rational thought does not have a place anymore in this market. So even when we're going down, if we ever do have a sell-off, remember, just keep an eye on the VIX, keep an eye on the UVXY. If the UVXY is not rallying along with the sell-off, then all it is a temporary sell-off, and it's going to just end just like everybody else. UVXY is going to crash, and the market's going to go right back up to where it came from. So anyway, have a great holiday. I'll be in San Diego September. Sorry I didn't really pump the Benzinga event as much as I should have. If you guys wanted to come out and fly out, it was a fantastic event. Great people, great time, very chill atmosphere. You want to talk about chilled atmosphere. Stocktoberfest in San Diego, September, I believe it's let me get you the dates for you, but I think it's September 26th and 27th. You want to geek out and talk about stocks, I'll be talking VWAP. I'll be doing a stand-up routine also to lighten the mood. After we have some cocktails, there might be some singing, some karaoke VWAP, something like that, but it should be a whole lot of fun. Let me see. Stocktoberfest we're talking about. Stocktoberfest West, I believe they call it. And your days. By the way, Ameren. Wow, I can't find it. I misspelled that word so badly it didn't even come up. Just buy Ameren. You know, I mean, seriously, the stock's going to I don't know, 80. Well, we were saying 120 this morning, but let's be conservative about it. I'll say 80. Well, I wish I could get Gulu to work. I don't know what's happening. For some reason, this thing doesn't exist anymore. Wow. What happened? Crazy. September 26th or something like that. I'll let you know. Anyway, I'm out. Have a great holiday weekend and all that stuff. Benzinga was fantastic. Thank you. Oh, by the way, we are getting this whole. I'm doing a simulcast right now to the room and to the people on Yachtib. We're gonna get this intermingled. But again, you lazy guys out there on YouTube, just come on in. So weird. It's like the internet has been like hacked. How could happen? All right, let me just take a moment, spell it correctly. Usually you could spell something a little bit off. Stock, Tober, Fest, West, 2019. One more time. I guess the internet's sensitive. Usually, September 26th and 27th in Coronado, California. That's San Diego, basically. You could stay at that fantastic hotel, or you could crash across the street for a third of the price. But we'll talk more about that going down the road, feeling bad. All right, so enjoy your holiday weekend. Be back here. The room's going to be open Friday unless my power goes off. I don't know. Chances are no one's going to be trading on Friday, and chances are you're going to have exactly what you're seeing today. We open up and slowly go up, and we close. And then wait till you see what happens Monday. Because this has been a trend since 9/11. Holiday weekend, everybody's a little nervous. You never want anything happening on one of our big holidays. Then nothing happens. We gap up, short squeeze for all the people that were betting on something. And maybe she'll start making videos. So UVXY plummeting. Market's going to be up another 7,000 to 10,000 points going into the end of the year. Try not to make sense of it because it never will. And again, the reason we're not going to stop going up is because of all the reasons we should not be going up right now. Counterintuitive is the way to be. Rational thought does not play. Irrational exuberance is where it's at. You should even get a tattoo. Irrational exuberance is where it's at. If you're going to rally stocks that are running out of money and don't have a drug that works up 30%, it proves right there. And this MLNT just shows you nothing makes sense, and it's never going to make sense again. Bear markets, again, that's why I'm a bear by nature. Bear markets for me make sense. Stocks reverting to the mean. They go up too much and then they come back down and then they meander around, and generally they find an average price and then they stay there for a while until something else is a catalyst. Not this market. We just go up, 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 up. No valuation matters. Doesn't matter what the company does. Doesn't matter who owns the stock, what the management does. All the bad news is good news. All the good news is even better news. And that's the way it is. And until that changes, you can't do anything else but bend to the will of the market. So again, this is just a psychological experiment, really. Finding the ideas is easy. It's suspending your disbelief because you want to. And again, I speak from my point of view. I want to see this market go down because of what it's just done. It makes sense. Okay, we've just rallied 2,900 points. Let's pull back 800 and consolidate and then go up. No, we're going to go up 20,000 points straight up. All right, if that's the way you're going to do it, let's just enjoy the ride, right? Now, and you don't have to own stocks. That's what's fun, because you could come in today knowing you're bullish, knowing the market environment, knowing that CGC will go green, knowing that Amren's going to go green, and knowing MLNT, if it breaks over 680, just buy it. So that's it. Suspend your disbelief, enjoy the ride, and we're going to go up forever until we don't. And when that changes, when that environment changes, we'll bend to the will again. Exactly. If companies are buying their own stock here, why would I not do what they're doing? Precisely. Except for the fact that that is a sign of bullishness. You want negative. You want more people talking about recession. You want people talking about earnings failures. You want more negativity. That's how the bull market continues. When everybody's bullish, that's when it's coming to an end. And that's why I'm so super bullish, because I'm negative deep down inside, but I'm not negative to the point of stupidity anymore, like I used to be. I used to trade, man, this market has to pull back. I'm going to buy $300 where I'm going to buy 300 puts on the diamonds. Oh, man. And that's what it is. As long as there's more, and again, I cannot wait, and I hope you guys can join me here, when these earnings start to come out, when you see Netflix gap down 23 points, you know you're going to buy it, right? When you see, Goldman Sachs come out with a disappointing quarter, I'm in a bunch of stocks. I'm just milking this Ameren. I got MLNT on. I got back into CGC. I own more stocks than I've owned, which makes me a little uncomfortable, but they're not real huge positions. I got out of the Uber when it didn't want to hold 45. I still got, I got a little Funko. I got, what else am I in? I got out of the Uber. I got Pinterest, Funko, Upwork, and I got Work. And of course, the QQQ, which is just fantastic. But tomorrow, or let's call it Friday, I'm still the guy that wants to trade intraday, I'm still, as much as I loved Ameren yesterday, I only held a smidgen overnight because I wanted it to gap down to give me more incentive to buy it today. So today was the move. Opened up a little bit red, got green, broke yesterday's close, and then it broke yesterday's aftermarket high, which was 23.55. At 23.55, we were loving it. And, I could probably retire now on that trade, in theory. Or you could. All right, y'all. Solid Jello coming to the mic. You want to wrap up the day? I got to go. I'll say goodbye to the YouTube people. Take care, everybody. This has been the best, probably non-earnings month in 30 years that I've seen. All right. I'll see you guys. Yo, so anyway, YouTubers. Yeah, sorry, it's hot in my house. But right in the process right now of what's it called? A systemic, it's just a monster move in my life. So I might be coming into some funds. And if this happens, seismic, thank you. If this happens and I'm flush with cash with nothing to do, I'm not going to let it sit there and do nothing. Let me train you on how to do what I do, and I'll give you the money. I will give you the money as long as you follow the rules. And if you don't follow the rules, you're fired and you get fined. I think it's a great, again, first of all, even if you never put a trade on, at least it's my money that you're using, right? You can learn. Or you can make some money with my money and then go off and use your own money eventually. The bottom line is there's no risk to you. All you got to do is learn some software and, press some buttons. Da, как дела? Speaking of Russian, yeah, I'm leaving the vodka. Look at me, right? I already look healthier, right? Not drinking, eating fruits and berries, nuts. I've gone pescatarian. I only eat fish. I'm a part-time vegan now. I'm completely serious now. But I feel like I have a lack of protein. How many nuts and berries can I eat? I'm going to be jumping into some meat this weekend. I'm not going to be able to resist. But I'm not a fan anymore. It kind of makes me feel heavy. But yeah, I think my vodka drinking days kind of hit a brick wall. I can't recover anymore. Come on in then, buddy. We also have a new platform, which is incredible. If you guys know about shorting, go to TradeZero, all right? Google TradeZero. They have a new platform for locates, right? And it's kind of like a level 2 of locate. So if you want to short a stock that's hard to borrow, then they have it laid out there for you with the prices. And all you got to do is press a button and bang, you're in. But really, all of that being said, okay, this whole counterintuitive thing, it's a hard concept to grasp because you're going against what you really kind of feel is going to happen. It's a weird situation for me because I want to be bearish. I thought I had reasons to be bearish, but the market's telling me to shut up and don't be bearish. TradeZero is a company that I used to use, but their software, no offense, guys, you know how I feel, awful. Their software was terrible, dog shit, crashing right in the middle of trades. You couldn't get quotes. And then they hired a new engineer. They redid the software. They relaunched the software, and it is phenomenal, okay? But the thing that's really good about it is this stock locate feature that they have, which is now their bread and butter. And we're going to talk more about it because I'm going to get I'm going to be trading on that platform, learning a little bit more about it. And, yeah, cash is not really good right now. Absolutely not. But this market, again, we're at all-time highs right now. Congratulations, you made it. So whatever bear market you thought we might have been in, it's not happening. UVXY continues to plummet. And the market's kind of, to me, it's a freak. This is a freak show. The reason I became bearish, I've never used Robinhood, but there's something new on the horizon coming out from StockTwits, as a matter of fact. They have their own platform coming out, which is supposed to be 10 times better than Robinhood. Basically the same feel. And I don't know if it's beta right now, but I'll let you know a little bit more about that if you're really interested. I've never used Robinhood. I've been using Lightspeed because it never crashes. They've got just the amount of features that I need. And again, I'm only trading 3 times, 4 times a day. I'm really starting to get a little bit more active now. You know, I just look for that one good trade and then skedaddle. Today it was Amarin, you know, little CGC, MLNT was pretty good. Yeah, if you want to be active, you should have a real platform. But after all this time, guys, I hope you appreciate it. I'm glad 8 of you are hanging out, and I'm glad you guys are participating in the chat room. You know, come on over to the real room. You know, pile in there. I got room for another, 30 or 40 people until I have to up the bandwidth or whatever. I think what I'm trying to do here is, again, after all this time, you got to accept the fact that I might know what I'm doing. I'm still in business. No credit cards needed. No, nothing, just come hang out. Sometimes it backfires on me. It's free for a month. Some guys, they, grab as much knowledge as they possibly can in the month and then say farewell. And then, the other half of the people sign up for life. Mary, come on in, or just call me now. I'm actually going to go. I got to start packing up for the weekend. But Mary, email me at here. It's the Warlock at hitthebid.com. I'll give you a brief history of all the places I've worked for, what they were charging, and that's how I put it in perspective. I saw the other side of the fence, and it wasn't green. Just to put it in perspective, one of the places I worked for originally, $12,500 just for a 10-day course. And again, you went to school, but $12,500, and you were in school from 9 to 4, basically every day. And these guys taught you everything there is to know, everything they knew. I mean, I'm not going to list things, obviously 10 days worth of information. And what I would do is I would do a couple of hours during one of those days, and I would talk about gap fading. I love gap fading because any stock that's gapped up on an earnings report specifically that has run into the earnings, you generally going to get profit taking. So I would do that trade, explain it to people. And then I would do a little bit of options on day 9, like intro to options. And I was getting a whopping, they would throw me $250, maybe $500 for my time, which was kind of insulting. But when I really got insulted was that they also had a chat room. And I would sit there managing all their $12,500 clients, helping them survive because I was just a nice guy and I liked talking about trading. And I said, hey, why don't you pay me to hang out in this chat room and babysit your clients? And they laughed and they said, no, beat it. We don't need you. And that was how this whole thing kind of was born. And then, I shut it down because really I just want to be a trader, but I freaking love talking. I love talking. And again, for the 6 guys out there that still think I'm doing some sort of scam here, there needs to be an exchange of funds and the other party needs to be disappointed from the transaction. It's been 22 years. I've had one guy complain, and that was because, we talked about weed too much and he was anti-weed. That was it. All right. On that note, I got to go. But I cannot, there's not enough superlatives to talk about what's going on here. All right. And I'm never gonna say, the days of me making 5 to 10 grand a day are over. I don't take enough risk or sizing to make that money, but my trades are still working. So if I got 6 contracts at Amarin, doesn't mean you should have you could have 600 contracts. The trade is the trade for me. I just want to keep laying it on to how amazing these 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversals are, because it's just the perfect storm of trading. Between those short covering and all the kids trying to get rich quick, I don't think a major correction is possible anymore. But we actually did have one. That's what people are forgetting. That sell-off for like 2 weeks was monumental. So now that we've, you know, found support down at the, 2-year VWAP, I'd like to show you the chart, but that refreshed the market again. So as long as we have, that's why this market right now is going a little parabolic for me. I have to suspend my disbelief. Right. And Christmas, that refreshed everything. September, October, November, December. And then we rallied all the way to whatever, June 5th to June 12th. We refreshed again. And here we are. We held a 2-year VWAP on the diamond futures, which was incredible, right to the penny. Hang on, I'll get to you. I don't know if you're watching me right now, but I want to thank you for helping me be more mature. You really did open my eyes. I mean, again, it's time for me to grow up a little bit. I think, I'm going to be 48. I'm an imbecile. I'm very immature, and I use bad language. And, we had a couple of women that, the one woman that called me off-putting, she's gone. But for me, it was kind of like comedy. I use bad language just to get that easy laugh, right? I don't need to. And it does rub certain people the wrong way. And I appreciate you sticking around and now being a member. So yeah, whatever, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm very immature. I mean, it's amazing I have a wife and kids. But it keeps me young. So anyway, on that note, if you guys are in the California area, it's going to be a freaking awesome event. Stocktoberfest. If you want to nerd out and geek out, I mean, here it is. I'll be doing two routines. I'll be doing comedy. I guess that'll be coming like in the later, and then I'll be doing a little VWAP and multi-day VWAP and showing how these multiple period VWAPs have been coming into play so precisely that you have to just assume that these algos and these quant firms are building their algorithms and quants around these levels. There's no other explanation. And usually the simplest answer is the correct one. And right now, as long as it keeps working and you don't get caught up in, some bullshit stock. I mean, MLNT, this is the type of stock that you can get hurt on because usually they pump them up and then they roll over, they die, and they never come back. And you're sitting there like dry ships. People are still waiting for that stock to come back, or INNT, or I mean, I go on and on and on about the stocks that don't come back. But market never goes down. It's a freak of nature right now, and there's really no reason it should. There's no way to predict the black swan that might end the market, but that event could be so catastrophic that we're not going to be caring about the stock market. I mean, if we're really going into some sort of real war again, I mean, war has been good for the market, I understand, but I'm talking about like worse than war. But you can't predict that stuff. But so right now, dip in, put in the money. Again, I'll always choose diamonds and Qs if I'm going to invest in the market. Right now, I'm not very diversified. It's mostly tech and biotech that I own. 3 and 5 step retracement. I don't know. I just look at the VWAP levels for my retracements. Here, look take a look at Amarin on the 1-minute chart right now. If you guys have VWAP on your charts, which you should. The pullback area for us was 2270. So when it broke 2270, we were thinking, all right, this thing's going to test 2250. But then when it got back above 2270, we were looking for a retrace to the 1 minute, which was 2308. And that's kind of why we got back in. Still got some Ameren. You know, I'm using that low area, that 22.5 as an out, but I'm planning on holding it for the next couple of days at least. All right, you know I could talk forever, but I actually do have to go. I'm loving Ameren because I hate it so much. I'm telling you, that's exactly why I love it. Because this stock has disappointed so many people so often that now that it's not, this squeeze you could be looking at a $28 stock on this bad boy before these shorts even decide to cover. And then if you break in through that 28, you're talking about all-time highs on Ameren, finally. I mean, this is like a parade should be thrown. I mean, seriously, I think I got to go check a 20-year chart. Hang on, give me a second. But let's go max available on a monthly basis. All right, now you've had some. Wow, I'm wrong. This must have been a split adjusted price. I got to go look for some. It looks like this stock might have had a reverse split in there somewhere, but I'm just looking for the retracement up to that 28.85 level right now. And then if you could break that, that's really the significant spot. Because if you can get into the 30s on Ameren, now you're looking at a stock that can easily get to 40 bucks. And again, it's been a disappointment for 22 years. Okay? So the shorts know that. And they reloaded yesterday probably. And they probably reloaded this morning. That's why I think just like Ameren, just like this market, it's kind of the same thing. Once the shorts are wrong, they have to cover, which makes the stock go up more. And then it feeds on itself over and over again. And that's why I'm digging it. And, that's why, look, Beyond Meat, it blew the top off. But where is it? Still at $150 a share. It's just these stocks just are defying all kind of logic and rational thought. And I'm not gonna try to get in its way. But the IPOs, a lot of people looked at this IPO, all these IPOs coming out as taking liquidity out of the market. That didn't happen either. So again, nobody knows what's going to happen. I like trading most still for the day. And again, what Ameren did today proved me right. I didn't have to be long overnight to make the money on Ameren today. I didn't have to be long CGC to make the money on it today. And again, market gaps up. It's nice to have stocks because you miss that gap area, but a lot of times it pulls back to the gap anyway, and then you get a chance to buy it. And anyway, I've been sitting here staring at stocks pretty much since the 5th grade. I've never seen anything this amazing in my life. I've never seen a chart pattern that gives you the target to get in, to where to look for it to go to on the upside, and if you're wrong, where you should sell it on the downside. That's what these VWAPs and multi-day VWAPs are doing for me. I've never seen it. I've never seen anything work this well. And the question always comes down to, will you believe? Will you be afraid to put these trades on? And it always comes down to fear and money management, because last week I was having an incredible week, right? And I was like, I'm unstoppable. So what did I do? I took my size up on one of the IPOs. I forgot which one it was at this point. And instead of buying my standard 400, maybe add 8 and get up to 1,200, I bought 3,000 shares right on the offer, and I top ticked it. And the stock plummeted $1.50 in my face. And I wiped out 25 good trades that I did in one trade because I just went nuts. And just in that one moment of lack of discipline cost me two or three weeks worth of hard-earned money. And That's how quickly it happens. So base hits and doubles equals home runs. The home runs are going to come during earnings season. They'll be there, and we'll be there for them. All right? Have a great 4th of July, America. And don't blow your fingers off. Don't do anything silly. Don't drink too much because all the psychos are out. New Year's and the 4th of July seems to be a lot of people don't know how to drive during those 2 nights. All right, be good. I'll see you guys in cyberspace. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys. I'd like to meet some of you guys in person. That's kind of cool for me. So I'll be in California. I'll be in Colorado in October, first week in October. We'll talk more about that. All right. Latris on the Menjay. And I'll see you when I see you.